Hello and welcome back to this course, covering the exam topics for the JNCIS ENT certification. In this section of the course, we're reviewing tunnels, their concepts and configurations in Junos. In this lesson, we'll be covering IP in IP tunnels. These tunnels are essentially a special type of GRE tunnels, where IPv4 packets are encapsulated in an outer IPv4 header. Because of the single use case, the protocol is remarkably simple, though its configuration is nearly identical to the GRE tunnel we saw in a previous lesson. So let's jump in and learn a bit more about IP in IP tunneling. As we mentioned, IP in IP is much like GRE. It's essentially a specific use case of GRE. Though, due to the specific use case, the protocol ends up being significantly simplified at the packet header. IP tunnels actually do not use any tunnel header. They only have an inner and an outer IP header. The tunnel header is omitted since we don't need to define what protocol is encapsulated in the outer IP header, as we already know it's another IPv4 packet. Aside from using interface names with the naming prefix of IP, the configuration of an IP in IP tunnel is identical to that of a GRE tunnel. The diagram below shows how this tunneling mechanism would be used. If we have two sites separated by some intermediate network, we can encapsulate the IP packets destined to each site in an outer header that is routable over the intermediate network. Let's take a look at what a packet capture looks like of a packet which is encapsulated in an IP in IP tunnel. Now, you might notice that I wasn't lying when I said that there's no tunnel protocol header involved. As we see in this encapsulated ICMP request packet, we have the Ethernet frame header on the outside. Then we have an outer IP header and an inner IP header. The outer header has a source IP address of 10.0.0.2 and a destination of 10.0.0.1. The inner header has a source of 10.1.2.2 and destination of 10.1.2.1. Then, finally, the encapsulated payload is the ICMP packet, or ping request. Great. Let's now just review how an IP in IP tunnel is configured before we finish out this section. Just like our GRE tunnel example, we have VSRX1 and VSRX2, with a tunnel configured between them. The VSRXs have an IGP running between them, allowing loopback connectivity. Since, as you'll notice, the source and destination IP address of the tunnel configurations are the loopback interfaces of each respective router. The configuration of the IP in IP tunnel is identical to GRE, outside of using an interface name with the IP prefix instead of GR prefix. This is how Junos knows that this is an IP in IP tunnel instead of a GRE tunnel. I appreciate you sticking with me to review the details and configuration of IP in IP tunnels. I hope that this lesson has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.